friends. How are y'all doing on this fantastic Friday? I hope everyone is well. Everyone is having fun at home or wherever you're at today. Of course, Miss Bickham has a new story for you today. But before I read my story, I want us to think about our season. What season have we been in? Have we been in the season of summer? Have we been in the season of fall? Have we been in the season of winter? Yes, that is the season that we have been in. It's been cold, a little bit. We've worn our coats some days. We've worn long sleeves, long pants, but guess what? Our season has changed, and I'm sure that you all have noticed that. When you go outside now, do you need to wear your coats? No. Do you need to wear your long sleeves? No. Does it feel cold outside? No. It's gotten warm. And so now our new season is the season of... That's right, spring. Yesterday, our season officially changed from winter to spring. So today, I want to show you something that I have. Something that we were going to learn about at school. Now that we're not at school, we can still learn about these creatures. We just have to look at them on the computer instead of in person. Are you ready to see what I have? Ooh, look. Look, they're moving. What do you think those are? Look closely. Oh. Do they kind of look like those worms that we observed? Let's see. I am going to carefully open so you can take a closer look. But I have to be very careful because I don't want to disturb these creatures. Let's see. What is that? What do you think those are? They're moving around. There's some food down at the bottom for them to eat. Well, they are something that comes out in the season of spring. And they love to eat. And they're going to change as they eat and eat and eat. They're going to get bigger and they're going to change into something new. Do you have any ideas? What do you think? You are super duper smart. And I bet you already know what those creatures are and what they're going to turn into. But just in case you don't, I have a book today that is going to teach you all about these creatures and what happens to them as they eat and eat and eat. Are you ready? Oh, we've heard this story before, and this story is by one of our favorite authors and illustrators. Miss Bolden's room looks just like This author and illustrator's illustrations, do you remember? Yes, Eric Carle. This is a story by Eric Carle. And the title is The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So in that container are some very hungry caterpillars. And we're going to observe those caterpillars. When I make a new video, I'll pull them out. I'll let you look at them from day to day to see how they change. And in this story, you'll get to see how a caterpillar changes. And if you go outside in the season of spring, you may find some caterpillars, maybe in your trees, in your yard. So maybe when we get finished with the story, you can go on a hunt outside of your house for some caterpillars. But you have to be very careful not to touch them, because some caterpillars can sting. Some caterpillars don't. But if you see a lot of little pricklies on the top of the caterpillar, that might mean that they'll sting you. So please be very careful if you're looking for caterpillars in your yard. All right, let's see what happens in this story. We read this story at the very beginning of the year when we were talking about our bodies, because in this story, the very hungry caterpillar eats lots of different foods. If you remember, some of those foods are healthy foods, and some of those foods are not so healthy. So when we get to those foods, let's think about which ones are good for our bodies and which ones we should only eat sometimes. Ooh, I love Eric Carle's beautiful illustrations. He uses lots of bright colors to paint his pictures. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. You got it. And he wrote this story for his sister, Krista. Oh, he's such a nice brother. Maybe you could write a story for your brother or sister. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. So where do caterpillars come from? Maybe an egg. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. Does he look like our caterpillars in that jar? Ours look a little different. Ours aren't green and red. And they're not that small. When we first got them, I wish you could have seen. They were tiny, tiny, tiny. But they've been eating while we've been home with our parents eating all day. These caterpillars, they've been eating all day too, just like you. He started to look for some food. So, on Monday, he ate through one apple. But he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears. But he was still hungry. 2 and 1 more. That makes, you got it, 3. On Wednesday, he ate through 3. What are those called? Starts with plums. But he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 1, 2, 3, 4 strawberries. was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges. Let's count those oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he was still hungry. Now, all of those foods that he just ate through, are those foods good for your body? Are they healthy foods? Or are they not healthy? That's right, they are healthy choices. They're fruits, and fruit is good for your body. Well, now comes the weekend. It's Saturday. And he decided on Saturday that he was going to eat through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. Sounds like a day that you have nothing else to do but to eat. Now, what about these foods? Are these healthy foods? Some of them are. Let's point to the healthy foods. Ice cream. Is that healthy? No, not really. It is made with milk, and milk is good for your body, but it also has a lot of sugar. So we should just eat that sometimes. What about watermelon? Is watermelon healthy? Yes, it's a fruit, so that one's good for you. What about cheese? Yes, cheese is good for your body. Cheese is a dairy product. Comes from cows. Tell your parents what other foods are healthy for you. Look carefully and point to the ones that are good for you. Well, that night after he ate all of those foods, he had a tummy ache. Oh, goodness. Have you ever had a tummy ache before? Don't feel so well, do you? Well, let's see. How did he get rid of that tummy ache? Do you remember? That's right. The next day was Sunday. And the caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf. And after that, he felt much better. Has he gotten bigger yet? Not too much bigger. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. I think all of that food has finally hit his tummy and made him into a big, fat caterpillar. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big and fat. And that's what's happening to our caterpillars. They're eating and eating and eating. They're going to get big and fat. Do you think they're going to look like the very hungry caterpillar? I don't know. We'll have to keep watching to find out. Well, after he ate all that food and he got big and fat, look at this. This is what happened to him. He built a small house called a cocoon, or we can call it a chrysalis too. And he stayed inside of that for more than 2 weeks. And then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon and pushed his way out. So the next thing we're going to have to look for are cocoons or chrysalis. I see those caterpillars eating and eating. They've been eating for days. So very soon, they're going to make a chrysalis or a cocoon, just like the very hungry caterpillar. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Now, after they stay in that cocoon for more than 2 weeks, something happens. Do you remember? You got it. When they stay in that cocoon and they sleep and they get well rested, their body changes. And when they are well rested and their bodies have changed, they come out of that cocoon or that chrysalis, and they are no longer a caterpillar. They are now a beautiful butterfly. Wow. Do you think that our caterpillars are going to look as beautiful as Eric Carle's butterfly? Well, we'll have to wait and see. What we'll do is we'll view these caterpillars. We'll see what happens when they change into their chrysalis. We're going to have to transfer them. They can't stay in those little jars because then they wouldn't have enough room to fly around once they become butterflies. So we'll have to put them in a butterfly net. So when those caterpillars make their chrysalis, y'all are going to have to help me. Okay, we're going to have to put them in the net, and then we'll have to watch them get ready to come out and turn into butterflies. Does that sound like fun? Well, that is the end of our story. I hope that you enjoyed it today, and I will be seeing you next week. Tomorrow is Saturday, so Miss Bickham will be enjoying her weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and I will see you back on Monday. That's right. And maybe on Monday we could do a little chat on our phone or on our computer, on our iPads. Miss Bickham found this cool new app called Zoom, and I think that we could all get on Zoom and see one another and get to talk to one another. Wouldn't that be so cool? And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and get Curiosity to come out and talk to you and see you, because you know what? She's been missing you so much. She's having to stay at home just like you and find things to do. So she'll be happy to see you guys. Have a great weekend. Love you. Bye.